Did you know that there is a molecule that Nobel Prize winners and scientists say is the greatest breakthrough in decades? But it's actually also not just a breakthrough for doctors and patients, but for athletes wanting to build muscle, wanting to reduce body fat at high levels. What's that molecule called? Nitric oxide. A lot of you know products out there, NO this, NO that, NO Explode, all these different things. Well, they're nitric oxide products somewhat. And nitric oxide is critical. It's an important principle for increasing muscle strength, muscle shape, and reducing fat to be able to have an increased circulation, but without increased blood pressure. Now that's really, really important. You want to increase circulation. In other words, increase the amount of blood flow, the amount of nutrients, the amount of oxygen to the muscles, but not increase blood pressure, because when we increase blood pressure, we actually create disease. In fact, the largest study ever done in the world on disease itself showed that the #1 risk factor to determine whether you're going to die young, whether you're probably going to come down with some debilitating disease, is blood pressure. The higher your blood pressure, the greater your risk for disease. And basically your gains go away because now you're dealing with illness instead of focusing on health and being able to reach your fitness goals. So what do? We really focus in on nitric oxide because there's a lot of conditions caused by poor circulation and high blood pressure, and your doctors will focus on those, like heart disease, on diabetes, cancer, strokes. All of these major killers today have a lot to do with high blood pressure. But for those of you athletes that are really wanting to reach your highest level of performance, be able to get the most out of your workouts and out of your nutrition, to really hit that higher level, high blood pressure and the bad circulation causes low energy. It causes excess weight gain because now the nutrients that normally be used in the body get converted into fat, or they actually go into the body as sludge, and we get slow recovery from injuries or from workouts. From workouts, we want the muscles, we tear them a little bit, little micro tears. We want the body to get rid of that debris and bring in oxygen, to bring in the nutrients, the BCAAs, the creatine, the glutamines, all of these things to repair the muscle so that you're able to get stronger, you're able to be able to burn more calories a day and get shapelier. That's the key. And nitric oxide does it in a big way, because nitric oxide is this chemical that when the body is stimulated to secrete it inside the blood vessels, it'll go against the blood vessel, the bloodstream walls, okay, in your veins and your arteries. And that nitric oxide allows the blood vessels to get permeable, to get flexible. And then they expand. And when they expand, more blood flow, more oxygen, more nutrients, but without the increased blood pressure because the blood vessels expand. So when you're working out, you'll get vascular. You hear about being vascular or getting vascularity. It's true. Your blood vessels expand. You can see it. You can feel it when your body fat levels are low. And it's a really good thing because it allows the body to be able to have more energy, more nutrients, and more oxygen, as we said. So nitric oxide is a key. So what do? In fact, Science Editorial listed nitric oxide as a molecule of the year a few years ago. And Viagra, by the way, is just really based on the same research. Viagra works off nitric oxide research to be able to increase blood flow to certain organs. Well, we want blood flow increased and that vascular input or flexibility to all of the organs of the body, especially the muscles. One of the pathways that helps us increase nitric oxide is the arginine pathway. You're probably familiar with L-Arginine, the amino acid. Well, in a recent study at Columbia University, researchers called L-Arginine the magic bullet for the cardiovascular system. In all reality, it's the magic bullet for your fitness goals too, and muscular development and fat loss. But what you're not told about L-Arginine and the nitric oxide response many times is that as we get older, L-Arginine by itself sometimes doesn't work as well as it should. We see in the studies that the older they get, that arginine doesn't produce or excite the nitric oxide chemical as much as when we're younger. And one of the reasons is because of what's called the urea pathway. The urea pathway is a pathway that shows that it takes arginine, ornithine, and citrulline together to actually help boost nitric oxide levels, especially as you're older. So if you've taken arginine before with great results, that's awesome. But you might want to try the new Argi-Pump that has arginine, citrulline, and ornithine in it because it uses all of those amino acids that the urea pathway shows is needed to boost nitric oxide levels. Now the key also is to try to keep that nitric oxide boost pretty consistent. So we use an arginine alpha-ketoglutarate acid, a time-released arginine, along with regular arginine, with ornithine and citrulline in the product called Argi-Pump, to be able to ensure that you get that nitric oxide boost and sustained as long as possible. So how much do you take and when do you take it? Basically, all that's in the capsule of Argi-Pump is arginine, ornithine, and citrulline. So you don't have to take 10 or 12 of them. You take 3 to 4 capsules and you take it right before your workout. Now, those of you that haven't taken Argi-Pump before a workout, you're going to feel it the very first time. You'll take it 20 minutes before you work out, and as you work out, you'll feel yourself get vascular. You'll feel the blood flow, and if your body fat's down, you'll actually be able to see the pump. Now, the nitric oxide boost is real, and it happens pretty quick, about 20 to 30 minutes after you take the product. And so right before the workout, 3 to 4 capsules is the key. But one of the other benefits of providing the amino acids, arginine, ornithine, and citrulline, is it not only boosts nitric oxide, but if taken at specific times based on the research, you can also boost growth hormone. So the only 2 times that your body really produces growth hormone after the age of about 25 is during intense anaerobic exercise, so lifting weights, and also during REM sleep. So taking 3 to 4 capsules before your workout, you get the nitric oxide and growth hormone benefit, but also taking 3 to 4 right before bed, that'll give you the growth hormone benefit once you hit REM sleep. Try Argi-Pump today, increase that blood flow, lower your risk of disease, and be able to reach your goals.